This is the funeral service for John Richard Nicholson. Welcome, and thank you for coming to this service today to honour the life of John Richard Nicholson. My name is Robin Walker, and I am a celebrant. John's passing over has brought us together, so everyone has the opportunity to share their love and support during this time of sadness. We all clearly love John, and your presence is comforting to those in sorrow. It is important that you allow yourselves to grieve. It will be the little things you remember, the fun and frivolity, the quiet contemplating, but mainly his innate kindness. Whatever the very special characteristics and memories, he will always remain in our hearts. You are kindly invited to join his family in the adjoining cafe for refreshments after this service. And now the Rose Petal tribute. Music playing in the background, Looking Forward, Looking Back by Slim Dusty. And I ask for all those who feel to do so, please come forward to place rose petals on John's coffin. It is an amazing symbology of his own lovely rose garden. However, it is equally honouring to watch others and reflect on John. And now the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. John was born in Ingham in North Queensland, right in the middle of a cane farming country, which much later was to become a part of his life. His adored father Jack, who had immigrated from England, and his mother, cherished mother, was born in Australia to Danish parents. In those days, it was a sign of the times allowing their children to be adventurous and not restricted by too many rules. The environment they lived in was their playground, and as a family, they self-initiated their entertainment. His younger sisters, Judith and Helen, were an integral part of the family fun. In later years, they appreciated his capacity to support them with his innate wisdom. In younger years, he loved to tease them and then not be responsible for the response. Much of their family leisure time was spent with his aunts, uncles and cousins. The children were great mates and full of fun and games. He attended high school in Ingham, and even as a child had a strong sense of self. He excelled scholastically, and at the age of 14, he had a very strong desire towards the outback countryside. So he left school to work as a jackaroo on a cattle property. He loved the freedom of open spaces and an opportunity to use his own initiative from a practical point of view. His skill with animals was natural and exceptional. In his early 20s, he shifted to the Northern Territory, droving herds of cattle over land. He knew how to hold and drove, sometimes up to 1,500 head of cattle. Everyone respected his authority and loved his cryptic sense of humour. The larrikin loved to play, but always with a sense of fairness to others who joined in. He encapsulated everyone. No one felt ignored or left out. His flexibility was endearing, and like many others, he was willing to work in whatever situation. Give it a go and not balk at hard work. Then enjoy a cold beer in the pub when all the jobs are completed. Early 30s, he changed tack from the land and pursued a career on the sea. With his own fishing boat, Molly Sue, along with an adventurous friend, Sam Green, they navigated the boat from Queensland around to Darwin, passing through uncharted waters of the Great Barrier Reef. Courageous confidence was a natural part of him, and he certainly never considered there would be a daunting situation he wasn't able to handle. Confidence was simply there. He never questioned otherwise. Fishing was his livelihood, and then he was offered the position of being caretaker on Acacia Island, living remotely, with the ability to forge out an amazing life practically and mechanically, growing vegetables, tropical fruits, catching fish, and mixing everything and fixing everything that broke, machinery or otherwise. He was later asked if he would like to be caretaker on Flame Tree Island, God's own beautiful tropical island. He ended up staying 7 years. It was a favourite place for family to come and stay. His parents, his sisters and husbands, and of course the lovely nieces and nephews who have fond memories of their special time with Uncle John. Pine Island was nearby, where he made many acquaintances and friends. A quick trip for Molly Sue for a special reprieve and enjoy the great Aussie sense of humour was his mates. When the island was sold, he moved back near home on the mainland, working on cane and banana farms for 15 years. He had many friends, as he often brought a wider perspective to what appeared before him. No holding back on beliefs, but never imposing. This was refreshing and great to be with it, especially mentioned by his longtime friend Susan. She loved that he wasn't influenced by social strata. Complying didn't happen unless it made sense. He had perception to see the situation clearly. John returned home after his mother was deceased to reside and be a companion to his elderly father. It was to be 25 years later his father Jack died. They were the epitome of a loyal family union. Two blokes enjoying how they could support one another. John continued to reside in this wonderful dwelling by the sea, generous to all the neighbourhood with fish he caught and nutritious vegetables he grew. All this was cooked and prepared with the greatest of respect, exactly like his mother had done. They all, as a family, respected that they had been blessed with nature's abundance to grace their table. His pawpaws were sold from the wheelbarrow along with the honesty box from the front of the house. They were known for far and wide. Many rolled in for the delicious fruits, and the honesty box was extremely honest. Although unwell in his final days, he was very lovingly cared for by Sister Judith and husband George, nieces and nephews, and friend Susan. The local community felt he was a genuine, lovable character and rallied to support him in whatever way they could. So many of them are here today to honour him. He was lucid and engaging right up until his death, and sometimes a little cheeky. We now have a tribute from his nephew Ian, and then it will be open tributes. And a song, Amazing Grace, sung by Alan Jackson. And now I will read Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of shadows of death, I will feel no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Now is the time to say our final farewell to dear John. You came here as a devoted family member to immediate and extended family. You have shown us all joy with your humour and endearing smile, but mainly your innate respect for humanity has shown us there is beauty in us all. You have been a true inspiration. Take that beauty and love with you in your heavenly step. Nothing can ever detract from the love we all shared. Now we bless you as you blessed us. Reverently and lovingly we say, goodbye, John dear. And now a poem called Gone Fishing by Delma Pepper. I've finished life's chores assigned to me, so put me on a boat headed out to sea. Please send along my fishing pole, for I've been invited to the fishing hole, where every day is a day to fish, to fill your heart with every wish. Don't worry or feel sad for me. I'm fishing with the master of the sea. We will miss each other for a while, but you will come and bring your smile. That won't be long, you will see, till we're together, you and me. To all those that think of me, be happy as I go out to sea. If others wonder why I'm missing, just tell them I've gone fishing. And now we'll have the final song by Slim Dusty, and then we will leave the chapel. Thank you.